Ever since the release of the Blue Snowball in 2005, it has been the go-to budget microphone for anyone who wanted a cheap and hassle-free plug-and-play USB microphone. But now, Amazon Basics has stepped onto the scene with its Amazon Basics Desktop Mini Microphone, coming in at equal or under the cost of Blue's latest budget edition of the Blue Snowball. So how has Amazon Basics done this time, and can it overthrow the king? The first thing I noticed was just how light the microphone was, which is either a positive or a negative depending on how you view it. But unfortunately, coupled with the glossy black plastic that makes the microphone a huge fingerprint magnet, and a little rattling noise I heard coming from inside the microphone when I move it back and forth, the microphone did end up feeling a little bit like a toy. Luckily though, the included stand is all metal and nice and sturdy, and I could easily see it outliving the microphone itself. The stand doesn't allow for any adjustments, but the plastic mounting piece on the microphone does, allowing for about 180 degrees of movement. The generic but sturdy rubber mini USB cable plugs into the back of the microphone, but there is no headphone jack for live monitoring straight off the microphone. However, there is a louder than I would like mute button, accompanied by a small LED indicator that is blue during normal use but turns red when the mic is muted. But enough with the build. How does this microphone actually sound? Well, I'm currently using this microphone without any extra equipment to record the voiceover of this video. But I also did a side-by-side comparison with this microphone, the Blue Snowball Ice, and for a control, my usual audio setup, which is the Blue Bluebird plugged into a Tascam DR40 audio recorder with an input level set at 10. The USB microphones were each plugged into a separate MacBook Pro, recording via Audacity at 0.80 recording volume with a sample rate of 44.1 kHz. Exported as a 16-bit WAV file. I have also included extended audio clips in the description if you wish to hear more. And in the following comparison, I have adjusted the audio levels to roughly match, however no other effects were applied. Maimed animals may become mean. It's time to buy a nice limeade for a dime. Oil soils dollies. Flip a coin, Roy, you have a choice of oysters or poi. Sheep shears should be sharp. At her leisure, she used rouge to camouflage her features. To my ears, the Amazon microphone is a little less muffled than the Snowball Ice, but still sounds like I'm talking through something when compared to the Bluebird. Luckily, the tone of the microphone is good, not being too tinny, but leaning a bit too much into the bass for it to sound accurate. The acoustic dynamic range is a little bit better than the Snowball. However, I would suggest using a pop filter with this microphone, as a majority of the plosives were not stopped by the microphone's built-in grill. Overall, the sound quality of the Amazon Basics microphone is good enough to not be distracting, whereas the muffled sound of the Snowball Ice could be distracting at sometimes. So, in conclusion, if this microphone were to cost $10 or even $20 more than the Blue Snowball Ice, I would still probably say that it was superior. But as it is usually the opposite, the price sometimes dropping below $20 US, I would highly recommend this microphone over the Blue Snowball Ice, with my only caveat on not buying the Amazon Basics mic being the build quality. But for any use where it would live on a desk almost all the time, I see no issues. Meaning that once again, Amazon Basics has managed to make a great budget option for people who just can't afford to spend very much. And this microphone in particular has become my main recommendation for plug-and-play USB microphones. So I guess you could say that yeah, the king that is the Blue Snowball microphone has been overthrown.